evening, my audience. Today I'm going to be making some art over here again on my computer. So I'm having some problems in the knees right at this moment, so no videos from the outside world for maybe even a month. I don't know how long this is going to take. I mean my recovery. Yeah, my recovery, I mean. Making this art piece probably won't take that long, but I remember that these pictures that I have for you over here, I think these were all taken from the same walk that I did, in the just late, fall. And it was a rainy day. I had my camera with me and I was walking in the rain with the umbrella and that kind of stuff. It was very nice. There's a video out of that walk. Most of the adventures that I have taken these pictures. There are videos of those also. But I'm gonna start with these photos, and I'm doing these in 4K resolution. This one is taken from a light that is actually in front of a clothing store. It's reflected light. We're gonna use this kind of thing on it. And then we're gonna do this. Layer those on top of each other like that. Those we'll delete. Then we'll scale this one. I remember that this picture was taken out of some charging dock at the library, through the window. I believe it's a pretty interesting photo. And we're gonna take this picture. I think this one is pretty cool also. But of course in the nighttime you don't get such good photos. And then on top of that you now add the fact that it was raining. It's raining like the sheets. Raining like the sheets. Save that. Lay those two on top of each other like that. Then delete these two. The basic idea is to combine photos and then where is this picture taken from? From the CD, I think, yeah. You can use everything you see in a new way. Let's make it green. Then I don't want that white thing, No, just leave it there. It's fine. Then we're gonna delete those. Okay, so we have a couple of new photos over here. And these are actually not that new, but I think I haven't yet used these. So I usually try to kind of use new pictures in each art piece, but sometimes I reuse these photos. But they are all taken by me, so yeah, you won't find this on the internet or anything like that on their own. That's a great photo on its own, but it's it's not art yet. Let's try to kind of layer these on top of each other like that. So you are starting to see what I'm doing here. I'm kind of combining these layers, and this one I'll overlay it like that. There's a little sci-fi to it. And by the way, I've been reading the Dan Simmons book, the new one I got. Abominable. It's about climbing Mount Everest, and man, it's an like he's really a master writer, you know. Really dig his stuff. I think that this year will be for me like the year of Dan Simmons. The year of Dan Simmons. Is the guy alive anymore? I hope he is. I hope he writes. I hope he's still writing, but there hasn't been a book in almost 10 years from the man. It's too bad. Okay, at this point I want you to get a basic idea of what I'm trying to accomplish over here. So you look at this picture. This picture has a lot of, you know, stuff happening on the left, and there's a lot of, you know, there's a strong highlight. This picture, on the other hand, has a lot of stuff happening on the right, and there's a highlight over here. So you see what happens when we, and there's purple and green, they are kind of opposite colors. So you see what happens when we kind of overlay them like this. It kind of achieves this kind of maybe balance. You know, all the elements of it are in a kind of a balance, kind of like on a scale. Basics of composition. Then we're gonna take this and we're gonna exaggerate it like a lot. Maybe turn it into this kind of a photo. And what I'm kind of heading for right now is that I would do one of those short blog type of writing things and one of these artworks each time I get on the computer, and then maybe upload my other videos. But today I didn't do any filming, you know, on top of this, you know. I think, yeah, it was the Sunday, yeah. We're gonna go with red. It's pretty interesting already. Okay, so here we are going to take this photo, and we're gonna like start playing around with it a lot. I mean, okay, I dig what is happening in this one. This one is cool. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna do some kind of, I think I'm gonna go with something like that. The picture has to be kind of unified, and that's why I did this layer over here, so they have kind of matching elements to it. Then we're going to do something like this. And you see how we are going to the level of art at the moment. It's kind of non-recognizable anymore. Okay, some experimental stuff. Here's my shoe. Here's my shoe, and here's some very low quality picture of my clothes. I think I'm going to layer them like this. I mean like this. And I'm going to do this. Just a bit, you know, like that. You can see just a bit of it, you know, over there. And then, you know, this one needs to be a bit transparent also. So you see that lid, that circular shape over there. I'm thinking that about there's the right, you know. No, actually. Let's try to take this layer and use filter over and colorize. Does anything, does it have any effect, you know? I want it kind of like maybe that. Yeah, it kind of breaks apart, but it's okay. Okay, more pictures. Here's one from the cemetery or the graveyard. I took this Christmas. There's one from the old town, from my city. I also took on the Christmas Eve that one. And here's one from completely different direction. It's a, well, yeah, it's some kind of a trash shed. Let's make, you see how we can do a lot. We can kind of bring it forth with just few settings, even though the original picture is a very, you know, shitty lighted, you know, thing. We can make it alive, this program, but this part of the picture is very unfocused, you know, due to the exposure. I don't know if I took that, you know, handheld or what, how did it go, but now we're gonna put the graveyard, you know, like on the background like that. It looks very nice. And then we're gonna, I think, delete these two, and we're gonna overlay these two on top of each other like that. I think I'm going to do some kind of scaling thing over here. Let's make those two kind of match. See how there's a roof on both of them. There's something the same in these. I'm gonna put it like that. You see the border over here in this picture is not straight now, like that. I bought something like this, you know. Just think about the composition. It just has to be, you know, just to be centered. It's very good. Okay, now look at this. We're gonna delete these two, I think, yes. And then we're gonna do something crazy with these colors. I think something like this 2 times. Look at that. It's pretty crazy. Now we're gonna do this. You see how this shape kind of, you know, makes it look kind of eerie. That's what I'm going for right now. Make it like that. Contrast, less white. Want to make it more intense, so we increase the saturation. You see this black area over here? It kind of matches to this block of color, so it kind of, I hope that it will kind of balance out, but then again we might do it on the other way around, like this. That. Good. See how this area is very empty. We are going to need another picture for that. Okay, a pond, and I think is this photo like from this year? I don't know. It's a pretty great photo. And then there's a street. Are these taken with my new camera? I don't know. Who fucking knows? I have so many photos, you know. Make it like that, or like that. I think this is the better setting. And you see this street, how it goes next, you know, like that. you see this shape, we could kind of like make it work like this. Just a bit. That. I'm trying to get, you know, this very misty type of feeling in this. And then we're going to take this off and do something crazy with this. I see this tree over here, maybe that's why I picked that. Let's make it black, and you know, it looks like a painting already. Yeah. No need to paint anymore. A very nice composition, you know, on this one. Yeah, but it's taken, I think, with my older camera, so it's not. Okay, so landscape and abstraction on the top of each other. And let's flip it around like this. Let's just see what happens. Can we find the right balance? Just like that. You see how balanced it looks right now. Okay, now we start playing around with this. So with this. These sliders. Yeah, not too bad actually. Not too bad actually. Quite dig that. Okay, we have to take the night light setting off. We're gonna try this. So it kind of mirrors, you know, the image. We're gonna make a couple of different versions. So this is a very good actually picture for this kind of a thing. Let's go backwards a bit. What was the version I kind of was looking at? Let's save this all. No. Okay, there's a problem over here. We have to cut this out. So we're gonna like that. Crop it a little bit. Something. I for some reason, you know, I always end up with this, you know, in my photos, and it's kind of bad, you know, for the future use cases of these pictures, but it's okay. It's okay. Then we will do again. No, it doesn't look what is going on. Okay. Okay, let's try doing this somehow, you know. Okay, we're gonna get very interesting combinations over here. Like this looks like Buddhist. This looks very Buddhist, you know. It's also pretty cool, but that one is really fucking awesome, yeah. And I feel that in here we need to kind of increase the contrast a bit. And now that I put the night light off, you know, it kind of hurts my eyes, but I have to get the colors right. It's very interesting, but you know, I think we're gonna go with just, you know, the natural colors over here. Like that. Doesn't that look pretty cool? Yeah. I think it does. And then we have this one over here. We can also, of course, we can overlay these on top of each other. Like this. So we can create even a more complex picture. Let's see that. Let's add more layers, one more layer to it. Okay, so we had this picture also, so we're gonna use this one also. See that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, I have already one very good photo over here, but I think I'm going to still try to do some things with this one. This one, if I can push it even further. I think there's some kind of pattern over here. I don't know what is going on, but I can decrease the highlights a bit. You see that? See that? That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but this block, you know, in the middle is kind of too big. So I'm thinking that maybe we could use that to our advantage in some other color scheme. Or no, it's not gonna work. What about now? You see that when we try to like use this, it's not doing anything to the picture because we are kind of overlaid every possible, you know, way to mirror the picture, you know, already. So we are gonna try something else. What did this one do? Yeah. What if we created, you know, this type of reddish, you know? It's pretty dark stuff. That's not good. Maybe it can be used, you know, in some video though. Yeah. It's a very mundane starting point that I have in these artworks, and then I end up with something like this. Through the magic of photo editing. Yeah, you can make all kinds of versions, but this plug is just, you know, too big, I think, so yeah. That could be used in some metal album. It has to be cropped just a bit, you know, from this side to make it kind of symmetrical. Well, that's fine. Okay, now let's look at the pictures I just did. Okay, so this was our starting point. Just a couple of photos from the walk. Very mundane stuff, nothing cool. Well, this one is pretty cool, you know, that's not very mundane of a picture, but yeah, it's pretty mundane stuff that I started with. Ended up with this, overlay, then this, and this, then this. I think this is pretty cool on its own, yeah. Then like this. Then we started to play around with this, you know, mirroring type of stuff. And here we cropped, you know, off that border, you know. And that's pretty okay. That's pretty close to what I'm really going for. But then, you know, we ended up with this. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Then I did this. Okay, like where's that? Let's go back a bit. No, I did like increase the exposure in that one. I think this one and this one. Are very good. Okay, so now they are on my portfolio page, and if you click on here, you can see them. They're pretty good. I'm gonna do one more experiment with this. Okay, so we have the 3 finished pictures right here. I'm gonna overlay them on top of each other like that. Look at this shape, man, that's cool. Overlay them on top of each other like this, and then the darkest layer like in the background like this to kind of bring out the purples like that. Do you see it coming alive? It's coming alive like that. A bit more contrast, exposure, black, decrease the white a bit, a little bit less of this, then, you know, saturation, and then we'll go into here. Try to find a setting that would kind of work. Let's do red. I would want to kind of emphasize the greens maybe in the picture a bit. Might be that this is getting to the level of too much complexity. I mean, there's just too much variation, you know, on the picture and the surface that it kind of, you know, fucks it up. Yeah, that's possible. It's kind of an in your face photo, of course, but I want this shape to like show, like this shape is cool. Now you can no longer see it. Just enough. I want to make it feel kind of even. That's very good. At least it pops from the thumbnails very nice. I don't know if I will be able to use this very good in my videos where I do those, you know, where I overlay the video on top of, I mean, over the artwork. I don't know if this will be good for that, but yeah, I liked it. Let's just see. Well, that's a bit different, but it's not what I'm going for. The previous one is the finished piece. Let's look at it. Okay, so as you see in this, it's too washed out, but I like this shape. This is great, but when this has too much, you know, it becomes too intense. I think this is just right. This is a bit too garish. This one, like, look how it's a bit too, you know, the contrast is a little too low actually in this, but in this, see that. When you try to figure this kind of stuff out, you should look at it a bit farther away. That's good. That's the finished photo. Now let's try to make it part of the portfolio. Okay, now you look at that. That's pretty great. But if we look like this one was the signature piece I did a couple of days ago. I really dig this one. Like, this is really cool. But I'm playing around with this, you know, psychedelic type of art, and this one is better. You know, this one is better a whole lot. But they all have something going for in them, I think. Yeah, I'm going for something new because this one was kind of my first kind of. You see how kind of empty it feels still compared to for example this one over here. It feels more, you know, finished maybe. I don't know. This is a really great, you know, artwork, I think. But I have been trying a lot of stuff, you know, out, you know. You can see over here some you know, construction type of stuff, and a disco ball, and you know, I've been trying a lot of stuff out. These were from the fall. They are much more, you know, simplistic maybe than what I'm going for right now. You see this, how kind of, you see that I'm going for a completely different type of thing right at the moment, but yeah. So if we click on this, and you look at this, you know, like the color in this, it might pop more, you know. I think this is a great thumbnail, but I think this is actually the best photo of these. It looks kind of, it has a feeling. This is too garish, you know. This is kind of, this is very natural. This is like haunting, you know. Maybe I should probably use on the portfolio page, I used this, and in the thumbnail use this. That's what I'm probably gonna do.